Now, I understand that you also do impressions. That's something that you do. So I want to see what who can you do?
Okay. Well, I can do. I can do Alvin and the
Alvin,
Chipmunks.
okay.
I want to do it.
Hello, I'm Simon, the smart one. He's Alvin, the awesomest one. And I'm Theodore.
That's great. The talents never end. How about singing? Do you sing? Do you imitate other people?
I imitate. I mean, some are celebrities. I'm because I'm a fan, like Rihanna, Britney Spears, Lady Gaga, Justin Bieber.
Wow, you just met Justin Bieber.
I just met him at the Oprah show, and he was so nice. What a good kid, and I love his story too. I can kind of relate to him because we were both discovered by YouTube, and he's like doing all this for his families. It's pretty amazing.
Isn't that wonderful to now have the technology to reach so many people around the world? Post a web video
amazing.
and then all of a sudden
YouTube
you become a star. That's
amazing.
great. And it's the same story for Ayaz. And I know you work with Ayaz. He's also discovered, Sean Kingston discovered him on YouTube.
It's a funny story. That's why he actually made it on my song Pyramid, because Tommy Page showed him my videos from YouTube, and he told me that he was flipping out, and he was like, "You gotta put me on a song." So it's still connected to YouTube, which is pretty amazing.
So Ayaz is on the new album, which is Charice, and so who else? Are there other guests that make surprise appearances on the?
Because there's another like a version of my album, which is gonna like release in Asia, and there's 14 tracks, and the other song is featuring with my good friend Drew Ryan Scott, and he's from a Varsity Fan Club, and he's like really really big in Asia because he did some he's a songwriter, and he did some songs for some Korean group, and which is really really big in Asia. So that's why we got him on one of my songs, and it's just pretty amazing.
And you were also on a Korean television show and became like the most popular watched television show in the history of the show.
That was my first international TV appearance. That Korean talent show called Star King, and it was like almost 3 years ago, like a long time ago. Yeah. So I've been on the show 2 times, and it's just the first time I was there, it was really amazing. The crowd was amazing. Koreans, I love them, and I was just so shocked when I found out that they were inviting me again, because all the Koreans were talking about me. I was on the news all the time, and I just love them. I want to go back there.
It must make you feel good inside when you go to a country that doesn't speak English, and yet they know your songs, they know who you are, they come and they support you. It must be a great feeling.
I think the most memorable part when I was in Korea, when they called me by my last name. They thought that my last name is my first name. They were like, Pimpenko. I was in the restroom, and when I went out, they were like, Pimpenko. I was like, huh? They were like, Pimpenko. They were like, oh, they're waiting for me, but they're calling my name Pimpenko. They thought that was my first name. It's really, really funny and amazing. I love it.
Now, what do you have planned for the future? So you've had this album out, you said a year now. So what is next for you? What are you working on? Other songs, other albums, other projects, films? What can you tell us about? Give us the inside scoop.
Well, right now I recorded some new songs. We're still looking for some new songs, to release. And I'm kind of interested right now to go like in the movies and all that. I mean, right after Alvin and Chipmunks, it's just I realized that acting is like pretty cool, so I'm kind of interested right now. But we're planning. We're still planning to have a tour for my album, and David Foster and Friends, which is gonna be held in Asia. I'm gonna be part of it again, and I'm just gonna go back to the Philippines to promote my album. So.
Here on the show, and can you do me a favor and say something in Tagalog to all of the listeners who are Filipino or Filipinas listening around the world? They'd love to.
Okay. Sa lahat po ng mga Filipinos na nanonood po ngayon, gusto ko lang po magpasalamat sa inyong lahat sa suporta. And sana po wag po kayong magsawang sumuporta. At ginagawa ko po to para sa inyong lahat at para po sa bansa po nating Pilipinas. So, mahal ko po kayong lahat at salamat po. I know you understand. Salamat po.
Yeah, I know.
Thank you.
Thank you. I know Mabuhay. I know.
Mabuhay.
And are you on tour now or going on tour soon?
Going on tour soon.
And where will you be touring so people can come out and see you?
We're gonna do the David Foster and Friends tour, which is gonna be in Asia. So all the Asians out there, I'm really excited because we're gonna go to the Philippines too this October, right? October. So really excited. So I hope you guys will be there. Yeah.
Yeah, and how about here in the U.S.? Are you going to come back and tour in the U.S.?
Here, I'm mostly gonna do some radio shows out there. I'm gonna be back here in LA like next week. I'm just gonna go to Philippines and Japan, then LA to do some radio shows. Yeah.
Well, we're so happy to have you in our studios.
Thanks so much.
Here in
Thank
Washington.
you.
When you come back to D.C., please, come by and see us again.
Yes, of course.
We would definitely love to have you on, and I know all of the Kampampangans around the world, in the Philippines and whatnot,
There you
are all cheering for Charice. and-
Kaluguran Daka. There you go. That's I love you in Kapampangan.
Kapampangan? Oh.
Yeah. Kaluguran Daka.
I only know Mahal Kita.
There you go.
And Charice is Maganda. That's what I know.
Salamat.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you for having me. Thanks so much.
ChariceMusic.com. That's the website. We are so happy to have her in our studios and can't wait to have her again. Charice has been our guest. This is the Voice of America.